everyone, so this is gonna be a quick video. I am using my XVX kit today, which I already did a review on. And what I've done is I am using my daughter as a model. I've already prepped her nails, I've sized her tips, and I've went in to etch them already with an e-file. So I'm pretty much going to go in and start applying them and decorating them today. And what I will mention is you're going to see me do a different kind of application, because typically with these gel systems, you will see people, after they prep their nails, they'll go in with like a thin layer of gel on the natural nail, cure it, and then they'll apply gel inside the nail and bond it onto the natural nail. So today I'm not going to do that. I'm actually just going to add the gel to her natural nail and then just bond it on just to see what happens or how it works, or, just to test it out. So I'm just going to finish up prepping her nails right here, and then we will go into applying the gel. And so for this application, I do have the precision tip on, which they do include in the kit that is on sale now for $59.99. So you may want to get on that. I was telling everyone about that deal, so go check out the review if you haven't seen it yet. All right, so right here, I'm just moving into step 2 and applying the advanced gel to her natural nail. And it flows out really good. You'll need a little bit of pressure, but it doesn't just, come out in a glob or anything. So I was able to apply just enough, or what I feel like is enough. But oh yeah, you'll see me grab my crystal finger tool here because I love that thing, and I don't know, I have to use it with every surface. So yeah, I'm just gonna press down, rock the nail on, make sure there's no air bubbles. And then I have my foot on the switch, and once the nail is properly positioned, I am going to turn the light on to bond this. And you guys, this bonds really quickly. Although you may see me hold it there for a little bit longer than usual, it bonds pretty quick once that light hits. This light is pretty strong. I'm not sure what wattage it is, but it works really well. I do want to remind you though that it doesn't have a timer on it. So when you tap on, be sure to tap off when you're ready to move on to the next nail. All right, so after applying the first nail, the thing I did observe was that I didn't have a whole lot of spillage that happens underneath the nail, which it's not a big deal if you get that. You can wipe it out before curing, but I was able to put enough on using the precision tip, put the gel exactly where I wanted it and kind of let it spread. So that's just one observation that I noted. And if you notice, this is a completely hands-free lamp. I used it earlier today with a different client, and she was shocked and impressed with it as well. She noticed right away I had a new lamp, and we just didn't have to hold a lamp in our hand or turn our hands any kind of way to get the nails on. They went on fast and quick. And if you're not a believer, let me just show you. One of my subscribers commented today and let me know that she received her lamp and she absolutely loves it. So hopefully, if you guys have ordered yours, you'll get yours soon. Or if you haven't ordered it yet, I suggest you get it before that deal goes away, because I guarantee you are going to love this lamp. And I know I always say this, but I'm just going to reiterate just in case it's someone new watching. I really do love my crystal finger placement tool. I purchased this off of the Extends website, which for that website, you do have to be in school or licensed, you know, and show proof. But I'm really hoping that either this company or another company comes out with this tool. There is other ways to get around doing this. You can just hold with your finger. Or I saw someone in the comments mention that they turned like a little mug upside down and placed their client's finger on that. But this one's just super small and compact and, you know, hangs on my desk, or you could probably put it in the travel case. But I love it. I paid like $14.99 for it. I would love if another company picked this up, just so that people maybe who don't have their license yet or haven't had a chance to get into school can purchase something like this, because I love it. So if you guys notice so far, there's not a whole lot of like spillage or overflow underneath the nail. You haven't had to see me wipe or do anything. I mean, I possibly could have on some, but it's not like a whole lot of globs that seeped out on the side. And that was an issue I was having, which it still could be an issue with this kit. If you applied too much, you know, you'd have to wipe it. But I don't know. I'm just saying this to say that the precision applicator is pretty cool with how it works. Now you won't see this in this video, but when I started on the other hand, I want to say, please make sure that you have your light off when you're like in the process of, you know, applying the gel to the finger and stuff, because in the middle of me squeezing out the bottle of gel, it started to cure and I didn't realize the light was on. So I had to like drill the stuff off her nail because it was hardening, but I took it out of this video, but just letting you know, make sure your light is in the off position. All right, the nails are on. You can go in and shape the sidewalls really quick or customize it to this shape you want. Right here, I'm just gonna show you how I would reinforce the nail to make it stronger. So what I've done off camera is just remove the shine with a buffer. I removed the dust, and then I am taking the advanced gel and just like kind of swirling it on the nail to get a full coverage of the nail and make sure that it's like a thin, even layer. You don't want it too thick, and you want to make sure it's even so you're not having to do a whole lot of drilling. So I'm pretty much just getting the gel on. And for this part, I guess if you find out that using the precision tip is hard, for this part, you could always switch to your regular tip for gel and do this part. But I'm just kind of turning the nail and filling in the gaps, and then you'll see me look, you know, from a side view just to make sure that most of it is covered. But I'm doing a thin layer. You don't want your nail too thick. I believe what they tell you as far as thickness is to keep it about the size of a credit card, you know, thickness, whether it's acrylics or even gels and stuff. So yeah, right here is just a side view, and I did like a really thin layer, you guys. So once it looks good and even to me, I'm gonna cure it in the lamp. It will be tacky when it comes out, so just wipe it off with a lint-free wipe that has alcohol on it, and then you'll be good to go. You can file it then if you need to, or whatever. But I just wanted to show you that. And then look, this is how so that one's reinforced, so it's pretty strong, and then you see that one's bending or whatever. But like I said, these are version 1 tips. They are working hard on some more versions for us to have options with, but that's why it's best to just get the kit now, because you never know what they're working on. So right here, I am going in with the OPI black gel polish. I'm going to do 2 layers off camera, which is what I did. Then I am going in with the Wildflowers base coat. So after you've covered the nails in the matte top coat, you're going to want to cure it in your lamp for about a minute and a half or 2, depending on your lamp and the wattage. I am now going to take the back of the nail form, and I have a dotting tool, and I am going to use gel polish. I'm going to use the black gel polish for this. You could probably go over it in a different color to create the reptile effect if you wanted to, but I'm going to use the same color because I want it to match the case. All right, so what you want to do is go in with your smaller side of your dotting tool. You're going to dip it into the gel polish to pick up some. And then you're pretty much going to draw these like little globs. And you can't see it here, but I'm using the XVX case as kind of like a reference to what I want my shapes to look like. It's just harder to see here because this is black. polish, but I think if it was colored, it would have been a little easier, possibly. Or maybe it's because it's the same color, it's having a hard time picking up on camera. But I'm gonna pretty much make these shapes and go down the nail in the middle, and then I'm gonna work through the sides and make those ones smaller. Now I will say I leave very little gaps in between. You want to be careful so that the gel doesn't spill over into the next pattern, but you do want to leave like a very thin line in it. Or I meant in between, not in it, but in between. So after I finish up this nail, I move over to the next. If you have a feeling that maybe your gel polish is moving or something, you could definitely flash cure at this point that finger, just to make sure that it doesn't run in. I didn't have that issue. I was actually able to complete, her fingers without having that issue, but I'm not sure what type of polish you guys are using or what would happen, or how close you did the lines, but you could flash cure if you needed to. All right, so this is what the nails look like. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a fine detail brush and some non-wipe gel top coat. This brush is from the Wildflowers collection. They have like a loaded brush case that I've done a review on before. But I'm just gonna go in with a tiny brush and pretty much use like dip the brush into top coat and go over those patterns that I just made. Now I will add, if you have something like Young Nails Mission Control that has like that, it's like that art gel and it dries tack free, this would have been perfect for something like that, because going over the top coat is a little bit, or going over it with top coat was a little bit time consuming to do all that. And you want to make sure that you're only going over like those spots, because you still want to have a matte effect in between all those spots. But if you do own like the Young Nails Mission Control that dries tack free, or if you have another art gel that you use that will dry tack free or cure tack free, my bad. But if you have that, it would be helpful. Or if you have like one of those polishes that's an all-in-one polish. I think Bio Seaweed Gel has all-in-one polish with like the base coat, color, and top coat in it. I could be wrong. I think I own a few of them actually. So yeah, if you got something like that, it might make your job a little easier, or you can just use a brush and top coat like I'm using. So this pretty much wraps up the video. I'm gonna repeat the process and finish the nails, but hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you've already ordered your kits and if you like it. They are coming out with more versions, so stay tuned. Thank you for watching. Until next time.